Part 2, Test B. Now turn to Part 2, questions 8 to 13. Look at the questions for this part. You will hear a tour guide talking about a trip to London. Put a tick in the correct box for each question. At the end, the recording is repeated. Now we are ready to start. Listen carefully.
Ladies and gentlemen, could I please have your attention just for a moment? I'd like to inform you of the travel arrangements and accommodation that have been planned for your trip to London next week. The coach to the airport will pick you up outside the town hall at 7:20 a.m. Make sure that you're there on time. I'm afraid that any latecomers will be left behind. You'll arrive at the airport at 8:40 a.m., which will give you plenty of time to check your luggage in. The plane doesn't take off until 10:05 a.m. Speaking of luggage, remember that your suitcase mustn't weigh more than 20 kilos and that you are only allowed one fairly small piece of hand luggage. Don't forget to label all your belongings. When you've checked in, the ground hostess will give you a boarding pass and you can then go through passport control to the departure lounge. While you're waiting for your flight to be called, why not do a little shopping? You can wander around the shops, which sell anything from cigarettes and wine to perfume. The flight takes about 2 hours and 20 minutes, so you should land in London at about 11:25 a.m. local time. Once off the plane, you'll have to go through passport control again, and then you can go and pick up your luggage at the baggage claim. After walking through customs, you can go to the exit where a coach will be waiting to take you to your hotel. Your hotel, the Regent, is right in the heart of London in Piccadilly Circus. From here, you can reach numerous places on foot. You can walk to Parliament Square in Westminster to see the Houses of Parliament, Big Ben and Westminster Abbey, where most British kings and queens were crowned. And from there you can walk on to Trafalgar Square. That's where Nelson's Column is. And then past St James's Park and on to Buckingham Palace. I'm sure you've all heard of Harrods, London's most famous department store. It's certainly well worth a visit during your stay. However, you won't be able to see it all in one day. It's enormous. I do hope you will all have a wonderful time. Please don't hesitate to get in touch with me if anything should come up.
That is the end of Part 2. You now have a minute to check your answers.